Good evening. I was about to say morning. Good evening. Hello, you guys. It has been a rough day for my kids. They are not feeling well. Um, Hope you guys are doing well. It's February 1st. It's the best month ever. Do you know why? Do you know why it's the best month ever? Because it's my birthday in 2 days. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's my birthday. But I ain't going to be like Tanya and get a dang gift every day of the month. Dear gosh, jealous. She bougie. Her name is even better now, right? Dear God, look at her. She knows it too. She's full ride. Well, hello, you guys. Welcome, welcome. We are so glad you are here. Comeback Circle number 7. Just a few things that I want to talk about really quick before we get started. Number one is I put a calendar in Beauty from Ashes with tons of stuff on it. Look at that. Mark your calendars. Make it a priority to be on as much as you can. There is no reason for y'all to say, I didn't know about that training. Or, oh, sorry, hold on. Or I didn't, I didn't see that we had that, or I need, whatever. Try to get on as much as you can. We've got a customer event that's going to be happening. We've got a pajama party, which was so freaking fun last time. We've got tomorrow night is our recognition event for the month of January for you guys and all of your hard work. So we're going to celebrate that. So we just got a lot. We got another training tomorrow. Cammie's doing a training tomorrow. Got another training every week. And then obviously Comeback Circle. Now, next Sunday, does anybody know where I will be? I will be in the Maldives. So I'm going to pre-record week 2 training. Okay. So I'll just be talking to myself, but I will pre-record it and I will post it either when I get to the Maldives. The time zone is crazy. It's 11 hours difference, but you will have it by Sunday night. Okay. But we will get that recorded for you guys. You may even get it earlier. Okay. So I may send it Friday when I fly out. I don't know when I'm going to send it, but I will record that. So you will have that training. It'll just not be live. It'll be a replay for all of you. Okay. So I am so excited. I did take some of y'all's suggestions. I know I just asked it. So if you think of something else, I literally just asked you like probably 20 minutes ago for some ideas on things that you are needing help and support with this month. But put it in the chat. I'll try to taper some of the trainings towards that. But tonight I'm going to take what a lot of you talked about being like getting cells without being salesy. Okay, that came up quite a few times in the chat today. So we're going to talk about leading conversations that convert. So let's dive in tonight. I hope you've got your pen and paper. Y'all know I will give you a challenge for the week. And don't let this just go in one ear and out the other. Really take what I am sharing. I'm not just sharing it to give you homework, or I'm sharing it to make you better and to help you grow and to get the goals that you all have. Okay. So, how many put a 1 in the chat if you have ever thought, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to sound salesy. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to bother. Anybody said that? Am I speaking anybody's language? Okay, I'm getting some ones in the comments. Okay. You are not alone. And this week we are going to kind of work towards that. Okay. Because selling doesn't have to be salesy when it is rooted in 3 things. Okay. When it is rooted in service, clarity, and confidence. It is not salesy when you are rooted in service, clarity, and confidence. Okay. Most of the discomfort when it comes to selling doesn't come from the product and you don't know much about the product, you don't know about the ingredients. It comes from how you are approaching your conversations. That's where the uncomfortable comes from. And I have even heard you guys say that a few times in some of the chats is, I don't even know how to respond to this person. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what to say, right? And I think also some of you are emotionally attached to the outcome. well, what if they say no? Or what if they don't answer me? Or what if they think I'm that salesy person? Whatever it may be. I think some of you are emotionally attached to what the outcome can be. But this week, we're going to learn about how to lead those conversations and not just pitch and sell products. Okay. I have said from the beginning that I am not selling products, I am sharing products. I share what I love. Do you think I love everything that pharmacy offers? No, I don't, because there's like 500 products, and that's okay, right? Not everything is for everybody. And honestly, if you're trying to learn 500 products, you're going to overwhelm your network, and they're going to be like, what the heck does she even sell? Is she coming or is she going? Because she's trying to throw so much out to me at one time. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So sometimes selling feels awkward and uncomfortable when you do the following. When you lead with the product, when you are leading with the product, that is awkward. That is uncomfortable. That's when people say, I don't know what she's doing. Guys, I just got like 4 messages from one girl in a 2-week span asking me to come to her Pampered Chef party. And I have left her on red all 4 times. That is awkward. Why is she sending me a random message out of the blue trying to sell me some Pampered Chef? I didn't ask her. I didn't go and invite myself. I didn't engage. She just trying to invite me to sell me some Pampered Chef. Okay. So we don't lead with the product. Some of you, we talked about this last month on Comeback Circle, some of you are talking way too much and not listening. You have 1 mouth and 2 ears for a reason. Listen, listen, listen. Listen, Lindas. Okay? We've got to listen more. Okay? Or this is another way it's awkward. We rush the process. Oh my gosh, yes, I got a new customer. I got to answer. I gotta really get this sale. I gotta close the sale right now. Y'all wouldn't believe how many times it has taken me a day or 2 to close a sale. You don't have to rush the process that day or that hour. I think that's why some of you also, I was guilty of this when I first signed up 7 years ago. I felt like anytime someone messaged me, I had to message them back immediately. Like I had to drop everything that I was doing. That's not how the real world works. Like when you are shopping online or you're in person, they don't drop everything to run and answer your beck and call. If they want it, they are going to want it in another hour with you having to wait to respond to them, or 24 hours. I mean, waiting 24 hours is not always the worst thing, okay? It also makes you not seem desperate. Okay, some of you are answering them back like 2 seconds, right? And they're like overwhelmed because they're like, okay, hold up, I need to think about this, I need to process this, but you're kind of pushing and you're kind of being that annoying salesy person because you're trying to rush the process. Okay, so keep that in mind. It also becomes awkward. Addie, shut the door. Okay. It also becomes awkward when some of you are afraid of their response or lack of response. Okay, because people do not like being sold to, you guys. That's what you have to be kept at. I'm telling you, every time them Pampered Chef messages or them Cincy parties come, I'm like, dear gosh, leave me alone. Like it's annoying. Okay. People don't like to be sold to. Now, are people sold to every day, all day long? Yes, ma'am. You are. You are sold to every day, all day long. Some sort of method. You may not be consciously aware of it, but you are sold something every single day. Okay. Whether it's you're watching a TV show and you see that girl's cute outfit and you're like, oh, I need that outfit. I wonder where she got that. You think she's trying to sell you something? No, you just thought it was cute because she had it on. Or you're driving down the road and you see, a sign to go get food and you run and go get food at that place because you saw the sign. Like you guys are sold to all the time, but people don't want to feel like they're being sold to, right? Like I don't like when I see those billboards or whatever, or I get emails, well, emails sometimes, but see those billboards, I'm not like, oh gosh, there's Chick-fil-A again trying to sell me a dang milkshake. I don't feel that way, okay? We don't want to feel like we are being sold to. They dislike being talked at. People don't want to be talked at, like you word vomiting, overwhelming them, okay? Talk to them, not at them. There's a difference, okay? And here's the shift that I want you guys all to make is that people want to feel understood. They want to feel understood before you try to offer them a solution. So many times you guys have had people tell you an issue that they're having, and you're like, yeah, that's why you need to get my CC cream because it covers all that redness that you hate about your face. Whoa. Instead of, yeah, girl, I used to struggle with that too. That was awful for me. Like I would hate looking at myself in the mirror. And then that girl would go back, yeah, that was horrible. And then you can offer the solution, right? There's a difference. Let them feel understood before you try to sell them something. Okay. Because if you start slowing down that conversation with people, your trust that you're going to gain from them is going to help close that sale. But if immediately you're just trying to sell them that product because you're trying to rush the process because it's month end and you need to get this sale up, blah, 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 whatever, it's not going to finish like you're wanting it to. They're actually going to be scared of you and probably run the other way. All right. So we've got to build that trust because trust is what's going to speed it up. Okay. I'm going to give you a little framework. How many phases do I have? I thought it was 4. Yeah, 4. Okay. 4 phases of a framework. Okay. Good, Linda. I'm glad it's making sense. Okay. Yes. All right. Good. I'm like, light bulbs are going off, right? Okay. Good. That's what I want. This is a framework that I would use every single time that you are having a conversation with somebody. Okay. Number 1, connection. Connect with them. Not a product, not a hidden agenda, not trying to push anything, just being human. Human. You are a human. They are a human. Have a conversation with them. Have a connection with them. This might look like replying to their stories, commenting on something on their wall, asking about their life, how their kids are, how their husband is, how their new job is. Ask about their life. Because if you can connect with them, hear me, you can convert them. If you can connect, you can convert. If you can connect, you can convert. Okay, so that's number 1, connect with them. Number 2, discover. Okay, this is where the sales are actually made. Ask questions like these. I'm going to give you 3. When they're talking to you, you're having this connection, maybe they start complaining about their skincare, I don't know, their makeup, or they're trying to lose weight. I don't know, whatever this connection, your conversation, your human connection is leading to. Okay. You ask questions like this. Have you tried fixing that before? Or have you tried finding a product that would work for that before? Have you found anything to fix that? Okay. See, I'm genuinely asking a question. And if they have, great. I ain't going to try to sell them something. I want them to find what works for them. Have you tried fixing that before? Have you found something that fixes that? Whatever. Okay. That's that kind of way. That's 1 question. Another 2 question. Is that something that you're still dealing with? Maybe they started talking to you about in high school and they were overweight and they never could get the weight off and they hated the way they looked in the mirror and blah, 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 blah. Is that something you're still struggling with? Or heck, if they told you, yeah, I've been trying this product, when you ask that question, have you tried something? Yeah, I've been trying this product from Walmart. Well, is that something you're still dealing with? Are you still having that issue? Okay. And another question, is that something that you've struggled with for a while? Is that something you have struggled with for a while? And let them talk. Most people oversell because they are underselling listening. You are trying to oversell because you are underselling listening. Stop trying to oversell. Oh, well, you need this, you need this. I'm just going to give an example. There's one of you on this call that a couple weeks ago you asked me about helping you with a customer, and you were trying to upsell, but you needed to listen to where they were at and what they were struggling with before you tried to upsell, instead of pushing like, oh, I don't even remember what the conversation was. I have so many dang conversations, but let's just say it was maybe they needed a new full face. And you get them to do a full face. Oh, well, now do you need this? And now do you need this? And now do you need this? And now do you need this? It overwhelms them. Find out their problem and offer the solution, but listen more, talk less, ask those questions. Okay. The number 3 conversation. So we've got connection and discover. Number 3 is positioning. Now you briefly, you share. Okay. Not a paragraph, not a pitch, not this long essay of your life story. Okay. They don't care. Some examples. I dealt with that too, girl. I used to hate the way that I looked as well. But I did find a product that really helped me. Leave it. I'm not saying what that product is. Leave it. Okay? I dealt with that too. This really helped. Relate to them, connect with them. Keep going. Maybe they say, y'all keep commenting. Here's another thing you could say. That's actually why I use this now, because I struggled with that too, or I am struggling with that too. I'm actually using this now. And then pause, because silence creates curiosity. Silence creates curiosity. Okay? Position yourself to relate to them, but do not pitch them and do not give them a paragraph. All right? And then the last phase, last part of that, permission. This is the difference between being confident and salesy. Right here, this part right here, I'm telling you, this is the difference. Permission, right? We're getting permission. Question you could ask. Remember, do you see this? Do you see the pattern? I'm asking lots of questions. Question could be, would you want details to share that helped me? Do you want details, or are you just curious? Because maybe they're just curious what you're using. Maybe they don't want no details. They're just curious. I'm not trying to sell them. I'm sharing what's working. Do you want details, or are you just curious? Would you want me to share what has helped? Those are some questions. I'm just giving you some wording. And if this doesn't sound like you, please don't say it. Go to ChatGPT and say, I want to say something like this, but that don't sound like me. Okay, but I'm just telling you some ideas. Make it sound like you. Okay, if they say yes, you proceed. You make the offer. You tell them more about the product. You share your link. If they say no, you respect it and you move on. You're still there. You still connect with them. Because you never know. They may 5 months down the road be like, you know what? I remember when I talked to Tisa about that one time, and she recommended a product and she didn't shove it down my throat. Okay, let me go back and ask her. Right? That is leadership. That is not forcing on people. That is not salesy. Okay? Now, here's what I need some of you to stop doing. Over explaining. You're telling them every ingredient in the book of the Bible in their ingredient list of every item that you're trying to sell them, and they don't care. Okay? If they ask you, sure, enlighten them. But I would say a majority, I'm not going to say all, but I would say a majority of people, they don't care. They don't. They don't. Now, you can tell them what the benefit is, or whatever, but I mean, y'all, do you think I know what the heck? Let me look at some of these ingredients. Do you think not that one? Trust, no, y'all, I didn't even go. Let's look at VFX Foundation. Dang. Of course, I'd pick up something that, oh, here we go. Here we go. Do you think I know what the heck glycerin does? No, and I don't care. But some of you do, okay? Do you think I know what, I can't even pronounce these words. Trimethyl something silicate. No, I don't even know what that is. And most people don't. Now you do have your crunchy people, okay? And if some of you are on crunchy, like, and you care, then that matters. And if that's the way that you branded your network, then that matters, okay? Some of you have branded yourself that way, that ingredients matter to you and you push that. That's great. But when you're messaging these people, do not overwhelm them with all of that, is what I'm getting. Stop oversharing, okay? Some of you need to stop justifying the price. Stay out of people's wallets. You don't know what they are willing to spend. Let me tell you this really quick story. Today I had someone text me asking me for information about my FIT program. My FIT program costs $150. That's what it costs for those 3 items that I use in my FIT program. I think it's really $190. I don't know. It's something like that. $150, $190. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm selling what that is doing for my life, the weight loss I'm having, whatever. Okay. I sent her the information. I also sent, here's this shake if you want to. It's an option, but you don't have to. You just need to get these 3 items to get into the program. She spent $311 today. $311. And I sent her a link to something that cost $150. I don't know. I didn't even look at the order yet. I don't know, because that was happened when I was at church today and I've been nonstop. But I just put a hot list together. I put some other things in there. She probably ordered everything on my hot list, right? But I don't justify the price. When people come to me and they're like, oh, I can't afford the FIT program that you're doing right now. Okay, that's fine. Let me know if you need help, like when you're ready. I'm not going to justify it because I know the value and what it's doing. Same thing for you. Stop justifying the price. If you know the value of what the product is doing, run with it. That's why when prices go up, because dang, it's the dang economy, I never get my panties in a wad. I never am like, oh gosh, I got to tell my customer it went up $4. No, I don't. 1, inflation, everything and their grandma is going up. And number 2, I know the product is the best of the best. And I don't care what the price says. And if you stop trying to justify the price, because some of you, what you're doing is you're doing this. You're saying, hey, here's this full face bundle. It's $110. But if you sign up for $20, you can get it half off. You're justifying it. You're trying to push them because you think in your mind, oh gosh, $110, that's a lot of money. Stop trying to justify the price. And that's why some of you got so many discounters, because you lead with that. Okay, that's another story for another day. I love you. All right, another thing that you guys need to stop doing, talking yourself out of the sale. Some of you are talking yourself out of the sale. Offering a solution to people is not pushy when it fixes their problem. Okay? Your job is to not convince people. That's not your job. You are not trying to convince people. Your job is to offer clearly and confidently. That's your job, not to convince them. You're not trying to convince, I know these 3 products are the best to help me lose weight. I'm confident in that. And I'm going to run with that. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat. I'll look at the comments in just a minute. I'll get distracted if I don't. Okay. I'll offer it clearly and confidently. That is what you need to do. Stop trying to convince them. Be confident. Know that you've got the best product. Know that, and all of this, by the way, goes towards recruiting too and your opportunity. Know that you've got the best opportunity. Be confident, clear, and confident. And when someone says no, it's not rejection. It's not, oh, she's that pharmacy girl, I don't want her. Okay, it's not rejection. It's not personal. You're just giving them information. Do you know how many people have asked to be a part of my FIT program? Literally probably 250 people. Guess how many in probably the last 4 months that I've been doing it have signed up? 30. out of 250? Do you think I'm over here crying and all upset that 240 of them or 210 of them have said no or left me on red? No, I just keep offering it. Every time we got a sale, I send them a message. Hey, I don't know if you're interested in that fit program that you were showing me interest in, but you can get it $20 off right now. Or, but you can get a free gift with purchase. Right? It's not personal. It's just information you are giving to people. Leaders detach themselves from the outcome. Whatever, you don't choose to sign up with me? Okay. You don't choose to buy from me right now? Okay. That's fine. Detach yourself emotionally from the outcome. Stop taking it personal, but stay consistent with your actions. Just keep going. That's why I said I keep offering it. I keep being in front of them. I keep talking about the fit program. I keep doing that. Okay. And then before we get to this challenge, and sorry, this is a little bit more longer tonight, but what you're doing is you're also then, like I just mentioned, you're going to follow up, because follow up is where your confidence is built. People don't respond to you because they get busy, right? I've talked about this before. I mean, Lord, y'all, we have like 5 people we're waiting on to give us some quotes for building our home. And Dalton's like, well, we'll wait till Monday and we'll reach out, because life gets busy. People forget. I got kids climbing up all over me all the time. And someone might text me and I'm like, 4 hours later, oh shoot, I forgot to respond to her. And then I get back on. Like, people get busy, they get distracted. So follow up. Hey, did you need help placing that order? Hey, did you need me to place that order for you? Hey, did you have any questions when you were looking at the website? Sometimes people just forget. Sometimes people get confused when they look at the website and they don't know where to find it and they forget to ask you. Sometimes they need more time. Following up with people is not being annoying. It is just finishing the conversation. Oh, that was good. I'm going to say that again. Following up is not being annoying. It is finishing the conversation. Let that sink in. It's not being annoying. It's finishing the conversation. They left you on red. They didn't respond. They didn't place the order. You're just trying to finish that conversation. You're just trying to close it out. You're not being annoying. Here's some couple follow-ups. I just gave you some, but here's a couple more. Just checking back in. No rush at all. Did you need any help? Just checking in. Right? No rush at all. Here's another one. Did you have any questions after looking it over? I send that to people about my fit program all the time. Do you have any questions after looking all that over? Another one. I wanted to see if it was a yes, no, or not right now. Just checking in. Is it a yes, no, not right now? Because listen, if you had the courage to start that conversation, have the courage to follow through. Have the courage to follow through. And you've got to stop being emotionally attached to who says yes, who says no, who responds, who ghosts you, who doesn't answer. Your responsibility is execution. That's it. And sales are built through conversations, follow-ups, offers, and decisions. That's where sales are built. Conversations, follow-ups, offers, and decisions. When you detach yourself from that, it's going to create confidence. And your confidence creates authority, and your authority creates sales. When they see you as that, it's going to create the sales. Detachment creates confidence. Confidence creates authority, and authority creates sales. Okay? Here is your challenge this week, starting tomorrow through Saturday, because we'll have another one next week. You are starting 5 conversations every day. Do you remember at the beginning some of the conversation ideas I gave you? Hopefully, stories, posting on their wall, checking on their husband, checking on their kids, their new job, they lost their cat. I don't know, whatever. That's me. I lost my cat. So sad. Okay. Whatever. Start some conversations with them. 5. I want you Every day this week, when you're having those conversations with those 5 people, use those 4 frameworks that I gave you. Do you remember? Number 1, hold on, I lost all my notes, y'all. I just skimmed past it. Oh no, where did it go? Connection, conversation, something like that. What did I say? What did I say? Connection. Number 1, connection. Connect with them. Number 2, discover. Number 3, position. Number 4, permission. You are doing that with all 5 of your people every single day this week. Use that framework. And it may not, like, remember I told you not to rush it. That person you talk to tomorrow, that conversation may not finish until Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. It may take some time, right? Life is busy. People are busy. You may not do all 4 frameworks in one day for every single person, right? Don't rush it. Those 4 things with all 5 people every single day. You are going to make sure you are doing that, okay? And then when you need to, you offer the solution that fits. When you start discovering what they're, struggling with, weight loss, skincare, makeup, whatever, when you figure that out, offer a solution when it fits. Your goal this week is not sales. And I know that's going to be hard for you. Okay. If you get sales, great. But I don't want you to be so focused on that. I want you to get connected to people and having conversations, because when you are focusing on those conversations, it will lead to sales or recruits. Sales will follow the conversations. Okay. And if you have any questions, and I'll look at the chat here in just a second, this week, as it goes about, you don't really know how to handle their response, you need some help, put it in the chat. That's what we're here for. Ask in the chat, hey, how would you respond to this? Am I oversharing? Am I word vomiting? Am I saying too much? The only way that you're going to get better is to keep doing it. That's why I'm saying to do it 5 people every single day this week. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. And remember, you are not being salesy. You are not being annoying. You are not bothering people. You are a woman with a solution. And solutions are meant to be shared. Right? Remember, put yourself in their shoes. Wouldn't you have wanted someone to offer that for you if you were struggling with that? You are sharing solutions. Do the work, have the conversations, build that muscle. Remember, the more you do it, it's going to become second nature. It's going to be easier. If you do it this week, kind of like Trish has been talking about with like doing sleigh, she's like, I do sleigh every day now because it's become a habit. But some of you, it pushes you the heck out of your comfort zone to do it for that 1 week. And then when we do the 1 week the next month, you got to get the muscles to get back up at it. Whereas if this becomes something you do every single day, that muscle is just going to get strengthened. And next week, I'm going to talk about attracting people to you. Some of you asked that today. How do I find my new people? How do I find people? We're going to talk about that next week. So these conversations will begin to happen a little bit more naturally. Okay. I'm so proud of you and I'm so excited for this month. Let me go check the chat. I saw lots of things. So hold on. I'm still needing the closed one. I get cold messages. Yeah. Okay. I've been talking to one all month about her skincare, just keeping the conversation. Yes, Tanya. This is making sense. Good. Yay, Trish. I'm glad it's making sense. Okay. Can you put those in the chat, please? Connect with them, discover, permission. Yes, I can put that. I can share it. Any suggestions on how to pick who to message? How to pick people who to message? If they're watching your stories, if they are interacting on your post, if they are commenting, if they are liking, if they are on your live, if they watch it live, if they watch your reel, which I don't really, you can only see that if you click if they like it. So, but your stories, and again, but if you're not doing those things, then you really are going to have a hard time finding people. Because we don't want to just go randomly go scrolling through my friends list and say, oh, Abby today. Okay, yeah. Okay. We want to be intentional. Find people that are interacting on your stuff. Slay is my jam. Yes. I just had ChatGPT get my time like Slay. Yes. I'm telling you guys, Slay is where it is at. Y'all need to be doing it every single month. It pushes you and it challenges you. Okay. Any more questions, anybody? Are we good? Yes, yes. Okay, good. Alrighty, I will put those 4 framework in the chat. I'll just copy it from my notes so I don't forget it to send it to you. And again, I won't see you next Sunday. I mean, you'll see me, but I won't see you. I'll be living it up in the Maldives. But I love you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon, okay? Love y'all.